everybody, it's Kristin. So it is Sunday afternoon at about 3 o'clock, and I am home from my trip. I was away for the weekend, which is why there were no vlogs. I mentioned that last weekend, but not that everybody would catch all the vlogs. So I was down in, sorry, my phone's telling me the Brewer game just started. I was traveling all day today from Chicago, well, not Chicago, St. Charles actually is where my friend lives. So that's why I look like this, because there's no point in putting on makeup when I'm just going to travel home and then do house stuff when I get home. So Bob did not go with me because he was supposed to originally work this weekend. And then he ended up not having to work, but he was able to pick up the boat midweek. So it was opening weekend of fishing this weekend. So clearly he chose that instead. So that's what he did most of the weekend, and he actually is out fishing right now. So when he gets home, I will go out there so you guys can see the boat a little bit, since everybody wants to see the boat. I won't have him do a full tour today or anything, but just kind of say hi and we'll show you the boat. He's happy as a clam. I mean, seriously. He hasn't been this happy in a long time, which makes me happy. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi, and I did take some footage early on in the weekend. Like on the way down there, I went with my friend Carissa, who you guys have seen before. She's a good friend of mine, and we went to visit my friend Steven. And every time he appears in a vlog, there's inevitably questions of who is Steven. And he is just a really good friend of mine. He's one of my best friends. And he lives, like I said, far away from me. So I go down to see him a couple times a year. But it actually had been almost a year since I did that. So not only was I able, I have to switch hands because, ugh. So not only was I able to visit with Steven, but I was also, I hope that light isn't too much, I was also able to go out for dinner with Vanessa from Lipstick Vanessa, and she and I have, I think this is the 4th or 5th time we've met, and I just love her. She's just the sweetest, biggest heart. I just really, we had so much fun, and I was able to meet her husband this time, Mike, and oh man, they were just so much fun. They're such a great couple, and we just had a really good time. I'm afraid that my finger's on the microphone. So we went out for dinner to an amazing restaurant. I've been there before. It's called Nuovo Italia in St. Charles. So if you guys are ever in the St. Charles area, it's in an old church, and it's Italian, obviously, and it's fantastic. I have the same dish every time I go, but I just love it. It's so good. But the night just flew by. We had so much fun. I have some pictures of that, so I'll insert pictures at the end as well. But as far as footage for the rest of the weekend, I kind of lived in the moment. We took some footage in the car on the way down, and we took some footage at a winery the next day, and I think that's pretty much the extent of my footage. So I just decided I wanted to be with my friends, especially with Steven. I get to see Carissa a lot, not for that extended period of time always, but I don't get to see him very often, and I just wanted to be in the moment, I know you guys understand that. So I just wanted to check in, give you that piece of information. When Bob gets home, I'll go out and we'll get a little bit of footage from the boat, and then I will put the footage from this weekend behind here and some pictures, and yeah, and then I don't know if we'll do it midweek or wait till next weekend to give you guys a little bit more, a few more shots of the boat. We shall see. You'll have to let me know if you've had enough, because it hasn't even been here for a week and I've about had enough. He was like saying goodnight to it. Ugh. Anyway, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Look at him. Doesn't he look like quite the fisherman? Was it a little nippy out there?
A little nippy. Well, we got our first scratches in the boat.
What?
Yep, we went to launch the boat today at Washington Lake. The posts for the dock, they got bumpers on, but about 6-8 inches above the bumpers, it's a steel post. And before Benny realized what was going on, he felt bad about it, but I said, well, there's nothing you can do.
Well, and it's going to happen.
Right. So.
Look at it all sparkly and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I have news for you, by the way.
You do, huh?
Your picture on my Instagram is the most liked picture I ever have had on Instagram.
Thank you very much, folks.
I'm appalled. I mean, what the heck? It has almost 600, I think, like 550 or something. Huh. How about them apples?
Yep. No fish.
No fish, huh?
Not even a bite today.
Yesterday?
Benny caught two. One little northern.
Today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Today, nothing.
But was it good to be out there?
Yes, I mean the boat handles like a dream. I mean we
Does
put
it?
all the way across Shawano Lake, and I mean I had her wide open, and it just cuts right through.
Oh, good.
Beautiful. You don't get wet, nothing. So you'll enjoy that.
If I'm actually go in it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, as you can see, the first rule of thumb is we got 2 councils, because that was a prerequisite of Kristin.
Yeah, because if I'm
She
going to
had
go
have
on the
a
boat,
council.
I'm a princess. I need to be protected.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I mean if you think about it. I mean, this boat's going to go 60 miles an hour. I wouldn't want to sit there without no protection either.
Right. Without
Without any.
And then it's a Mercury motor,
Yeah.
which means something to somebody. 150. All I know is that it's made in Wisconsin.
Yes, the boat's made in Wisconsin. Actually,
The boat and the motor.
Less than about a half hour's drive from here.
The boat is?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In Iola, Wisconsin.
We should go sometime this summer, maybe.
The boat is made, and then the Mercury motor is manufactured in Fond du Lac, which is about an hour and 15 minutes.
Well, there you go.
That was
So,
one of the main reasons.
so I vlogged earlier just to tell them that I would show them a little bit of the boat. But sometime we'll take it out on the water and then you can give them the full rundown.
We'll give them the full tour, all the storage compartments. Plenty of storage. My battery's already dead on my remote for the trolling motor. That's what we figure is wrong with it. I mean, who knows how. I mean, I'm sure that's the original battery that was in there.
Oh, yeah, that
Playing
could be.
around with it's probably dead. So
Well,
it
there you
worked
go.
yesterday, but now today it wasn't working.
Now, before we forget, tell them what you learned about these arborvitaes.
All right. What I've learned about the arborvitae, any evergreen tree, if it looks brown like this, what actually happens, it's called winter burn. Okay? And like any evergreen tree, they're not like a regular tree where they lose their leaves and kind of go to sleep over the winter. These trees actually stay alive all winter long. And what happens in the fall of the year, they gather up as much water as they can so they can survive all winter once the ground freezes. Well, this last winter, I mean, we had 5 months of winter. And so obviously it didn't store up enough water. So one tip that you can do is in the fall of the year, like say October or so, depending on where you're living, is just a couple times a week give your trees a little bit of extra water so those roots can store it up. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a sunburn. And so if your trees look like this, that's what it's called, winter burn. And if you feel the branches and they're really brittle, odds are your tree's not going to survive. But if they're still rubbery or wiry, you know, like they're good and solid, you know, there's a chance that, you know, the tree could still make it, you know, once.
And ours
warms
feel
up.
like
So,
it's okay, so
yeah,
they might make
I went around
it.
yesterday and I checked them all and they all feel pretty good. And I put a glove on my hand and I kind of brushed off some of the dirt, the brown needles. So we'll see what happens. I went around and I pulled all the dead stuff. And you can even see those green plants there too. Those stay around all winter. And I'm thinking the same thing probably happened with those.
These ones are here,
Yeah.
up against the house.
Because the 2 big ones by the garage, they're just fine.
Oh, you cleaned up those too, didn't you?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, they're coming up already.
Nice. I'm so excited that I'm standing outside right now in bare feet and I'm not freezing my keister
The I
off.
saw looks pretty promising. We're going to go out Tuesday again. We're going to go out on Loon Lake. The problem right
Nice.
now is the water's still really cold.
Yeah, because it's
And-
just so late. Everything's
Yep,
warming
everything
up
was
so
late.
late.
I mean, the ice just went out 2 weeks ago. And Shawano Lake, where we fished the last couple days, is more of a predominantly sandy bottom lake. You want to find a lake this time of the year that's got a more of a darker bottom, especially on days like today. It's supposed to be sunny now the next 3 days, so that sun will hit that darker bottom and warm the water up, especially up in the shallows faster. So on Tuesday afternoon, we're going to go try on a different lake that's got a little bit darker bottom and see if that'll improve the fishing.
Well, there you go.
So, but I heard the weather forecast. I see by Thursday this week it's supposed to be 70 degrees.
Yay!
So
We won't quite know what to do with ourselves. So, anyway, so there you guys go. Just a little something for today. I apologize that I didn't do much vlogging while I was gone. I actually didn't wear much makeup at all while I was gone. I kind of was a slacker. Sometimes you gotta take a makeup holiday. So, aside from when we went to dinner and stuff. But anyway, I hope that you guys had a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try to get this up yet today so you guys have a little something. And we will check back in with you guys next weekend, huh?
Yes.
A little Fish Fry Friday and whatnot.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, everybody. So it is, what day is today? Thursday, and it's 12:40, which is close. We wanted to leave at 12:30, so we're close. I had makeup issues. So I'm with Carissa. Yay! Who's already addicted to her phone.
No!
No, I'm not. Anyway, I said, I was showing her how to use the camera. I'm like, if you ever want to vlog, excuse me, here's how it works. She's like, oh, I should have vlogged my note. So she's going to go vlog her note and show you guys.
Okay, so before we leave, you have to see the note to Bobby. Because he is in love with his boat, but yet I love him. So we have to make sure that he knows that before we go on our extravaganza.
Way to vlog me and Sour Patch Kids.
Yep.
We're trying to find a place to eat, like a Panera or
Noodles,
someplace that we don't have where we live. We haven't found any place, and it's 2:42, and we're really hungry. We did, however, accomplish one task. Somehow the charger on my laptop went out, so I had to stop at Best Buy and get one. $80 later, I've got one.
and the salesman was interesting.
He was funny. He didn't quite know what to make of my humor. All he kept doing was like giggling at me. It was really funny. So anyway, and look at the weather. Show them the weather.
Garbage! Rain, garbage.
We're so over it. At least it's not like 30.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we're enjoying our lunch.
Yeah.
Until we find lunch.
Yep.
Real good treat.
When we find lunch, we'll report back.
Adios.
We've stopped because Carissa
gets us lost. Because that's all she does.
We're not lost. She just missed a very important part of the directions. So, onward and upward. I now have the GPS up here because Krista can't be trusted.
It's no longer in my hands.
True story. So now we're following Gabe, my GPS. Oh, am I allowed to turn left here? I don't even know.
Yes. Says one way. We're good.
I bet that's dumb for me to try to do that.
Alright, well, peace out. We'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully we'll have some food or some
we
shopping.
still haven't eaten.
We'll have something more to give at that point.
Okay, so we have made it to the Premium Outlet Mall, finally, and we are starving. So I'll show you what our choices were. Subway way down there, which we have at home. Like a Chinese place, a Japanese place, and then this great steak. So we are splitting the great steak sandwichy thingy, and then
Tater skins.
Potato skins.
Taters.
She likes herself a big potato. Alright, so I've been a bad vlogger. It's Friday at like, I don't know, noon, 12:30, and this is where we are. At this winery. And it's gorgeous. Like, look at this decor. These big honkin' windows. We've been here once before, actually, but it was closed. We tried to. That's this right here. And look at this all over here. I'll vlog some of the other stuff after we eat, but it's really cool. It is stunning. So are you. Alright, so that is the bread. This is the calamari. We're just splitting a couple of dishes. That is the mozzarella caprese, for sure.
I don't ever put any
That's the wine that we're drinking. Delightful. And there is the sandwich we're splitting. So we've just split everything because we felt like it was easier. I don't remember what that was, but if I can remember, I'll insert a picture of what it's called. So this is outside the winery. I'm apologizing for the noise. But there they are. And then this is the wine. I mean, all the wines that are made here are made from grapes that are right here. Oops. Very cool. It's pretty. That's fine. And then I'm going to show you the front. If you have been watching my vlog channel for a while, you've seen us at this place before. The door is ginormous. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that is the winery.